it's been a really long ass time since I made one of these, and now now isn't the best time to make another. Because for the last few days I've been really unwell. But I just thought, I may as well try and get back into the making them every couple of days or so, because it is something I would like to finish, if nothing then for a completionist's sake. But I'm only doing the only reason I'm doing this series to begin with is because a friend kind of dared me to, and I didn't want to pussy out. But I'm kind of wondering if I've gone far enough. But no, I think I'll keep going and then see what happens. So aside from me being unwell, I don't know if you can hear, but outside there is I picked a bad time to do this because there are a lot of students returning home from their school, and it's really loud and annoying. So I might be getting distracted a bit. I don't know. It should be okay. All right. So where was I? So okay, yeah, okay, I got it. So they were just Chris and Link were they just got into the school, Mrs. Marie's school for peculiar children. That wasn't even funny. No, it wasn't even like mildly funny or anything. Anyway, I've spoken enough. Just get on with the fucking reading. So they've gone into this classroom and fucking, I don't know. They're looking for a sale or something. I think for the King of Red Lions. As a small feud broke outside, Link and Chris were talking to the teacher of the school, Mrs. Marie. Oh yes, Aura Channel Chris has suddenly found an extremely passionate taste for describing people's outfits in laborious detail, so we got that to look forward to. Mrs. Marie, a pink-haired woman who wore long-sleeved blue jacket with an orange shirt underneath, blue belt, and wore purple shorts with blue shoes. The teacher was wearing a joy pendant on her neck. Sorry, my dears, but I don't know where to get a sale, Miss Marie said. Bummer, Link muttered. I thought there would be one here. Chris closed his eyes in disbelief. How are you supposed to find a sale in a school anyway? He thought, irritated. Why don't you look around town? Mrs. Marie suggested. I'm sure there would be one person out there who would be selling a sale. Link sighed. Look around town? I don't want to. What the fuck was that? I don't want to. No, it's not the right accent. Look around town? I don't want to. That's a little better. Chris frowned. I don't want to. Chris frowned. I'm so sorry. Chris frowned. Link, we have to do this. Remember Mr. Talking Boat? He's surely upset by now since you took a lot of time in the... Thank you so much for your advice, Miss Marie, Link suddenly said, interrupting an annoyed Chris. Miss Marie chuckled. I'm glad I was able to help you, she said. By the way, would you do me a little favour? Oh, jeez. School teacher asking this kid to do her a favour. That could get a bit racy. I need to stop talking. Let's just read and stop with this dumb cunt commentary, because it's not really funny or insightful in any way. It's just kind of annoying. What favour is that? If you see a group of 4 little kids, can you tell them about their homework, please? Miss Marie asked. Well, I'm currently harassing Lucario, so I think homework is the least of their problems. I think their primary focus at this point should be picking up their teeth with a fucking broken arm or something. Miss Marie asked. Link looked confused. A group of 4 little kids? The teacher nodded. Yes, you see, I have some issues with these kids. They don't like to come to school very much, so they skip it almost every time. I always go to tell them to come, and they always say yes, but they never come. Chris felt a bit sorry for the teacher. That must be painful. Oh man, I can't imagine the struggle. It should be painful, but sometimes I think they're right in thinking they don't like school. Nobody can force young children to want something they don't like. But even so, I'd like to teach them soon so they grow up to be fine citizens. Oh, I'm so glad to hear it. I don't think they'll be doing very much growing up at all. I think it's more of a case of finding which body parts match to which body, but we'll have to see, won't we? Maybe Lucario will be merciful on them. Link tilted his head. Okay, what are they? I think if she knew where if she knew where they were, she'd have given them the homework herself, you dickhead. Oh, she does. Never mind. Fuck that, I guess. They're always playing outside the classroom, she explained. You shouldn't miss the little gang, since they're the few children of the town who go in a group of 4. That Ivan, he has formed a little gang called the Killer Bees, and he is the leader of that gang. I can't remember the voices. I before recording this, I did go back and listen to them, but it wasn't much help, so I'll probably just make some shit up for them. Fucking A. Okay. Pfft. Big deal. It'll be easy to tell them to come here. The Aura apprentice looked away in boredom. My god, Link is being a bit different ever since the incident at the fortress. Oh, thank you, Mrs. Marie. Oh, suddenly she's got married in the span of a sentence. Mrs. Marie said, pleased. But be careful, though. They're all a bunch of troublemakers who like to act tough all the time. They love to cause mischief to every person who is new in town. I'm a guy with a sword and a shield. They'll respect me once they look at me, Link said before he turned to the door. Chris, let's go find those kids. Mrs. Marie looked at Chris. Please don't let your friend do something harsh on them. I'm already regretting to know him, miss, Chris muttered. You and me both. Hey, Chris, let's go, Link called from the door. Chris bowed to the teacher before she waved at them and watched them exiting the messy classroom. Towns Center. Once the two stepped out from the classroom, they looked around to see Lucario, who was now missing from his spot. He's on the run. Where did Lucario go? Chris asked. Well, he surely wanted to play sinking ships, Link said. He's not addicted to that silly game as you are. Too bad, because my record of 15 used cannonballs still stands to this day, Link complained. I dare you to beat that record. I don't know what happened there. I dare you to beat that record. I dare you to beat that record. No, Chris yelled. I want to see where Lucario went first. Chris! The two turned to the left, where they gasped once seeing that Lucario was being harassed by 4 kids who were all over him on the ground. What the fuck? Luke, really? What the fuck happened to him? I know Master Hand said he was going to try and reduce his power, but so much so that he couldn't fight off a group of fucking prepubescent punks? Okay. All over him on the ground. The kids were all shouting loudly as one of them held up a dog collar on top of Lucario's head. Damn it, this dog moves a lot, Ivan yelled on top of Lucario's head. I remember that voice because I had fun doing it. Stop moving so you become our man, pet. Link couldn't help but chuckle at Lucario's position. Why are those kids trying to put a dog collar on Lucario? Chris looked annoyed at Link. I would like you to help instead of watching the whole thing, he muttered before looking back at Lucario. Lucario, hang in there. I mean, stop whatever you want to do to him, you kids. No way, Ivan yelled to Chris. We're keeping him as our new member. Link turned to Chris. So Lucario likes to wrestle with little kids. That's a pretty heavy accusation. You shouldn't be tossing that around lightly, you know. Jeez. Fucking wrestling with little kids land you fucking 10 years in the slammer if you're not careful.